Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Prabhas India Tech. In this video, we will see clauses in a SQL Server. So total we have 5 clauses, that is a where clause, we have a order by clause, we have a group by clause, we have a top end clause, and we have a having clause. Also we will see the difference between where and having. So before moving further, please subscribe my channel to get all the SQL related videos. So let's start the session. In this video, we will see clauses in a SQL Server. So in that we have 5 clauses, that is a where clause, we have order by, we have group by, we have a having clause, and we have a top end clause. But we need to know what is a clauses. So clauses is a additional option we are using to filtering the records, to sorting the records, and to grouping the records within a table. So first we have that is a where clause. So already we have seen in DML commands while updating, suppose you want to update any one of the records, so in that situation we are using a where clause. So if you want to filter any one of the records, so with greater than, less than, or is equal to, so we have a number of operators we can use there as well. So that is a where clause. And next we have that is a order by clause. So order by clause we are using to sort or arrange the data in ascending or descending. Okay, so let's see in first. So we have where clause. So already we have taken one example here, that is select star from employee where salary is equal to 10,000. Okay, so means we are applying the filter, so we'll get the number of employees in that who has a salary is equal to 10,000 from that particular table. So that is a where clause. And we have order by clause. So in that we are using to sort or arrange the records in ascending or descending. So by default then it will go to the ascending order, but if you want to order the records in descending, then we want to use a descending there. Okay, so let's see in a SQL Server. So now here we have one table here in a sample database, we have one employee table. So first we will see the records in that table. So just I am writing here select star from table name, we have a employee. Yeah, so total we have 7 records here. Now I want to use a filter here. So just I will give the where condition here, where salary is equal to 1 lakh. So now I am able to see 2 employees are there who has IDs 100 and 103. So we are getting 2 employees that salary has a 1 lakh. So just we'll run the command here now. Now we are able to see the 2 records that we have salary is a 1 lakh. So that is a where clause. If you want to apply the less than or greater than, suppose I am applying the greater than here and I am applying here 70,000 filter. So I am able to see the employees who has a salary greater than 70,000. Okay, so we are able to see the results. So total we have 4 employees who has salary is greater than 70,000. Okay, so next we have that is a order by. So order by means again we will use the select command. In select we are mostly using the order by. So select star from employee, order by. So just I am giving any one of the column name on which column you want to apply the order, means you want to sort or arrange the data in ascending or descending. I will not mention here ascending or descending. So it will by default it will take a ascending. So just I am giving the salary here. Now the ascending means the lowest salary becomes first and the largest salary becomes the last. So we will see here now. So the lowest salary is our 50,000 and the highest salary that is a 1 lakh. So we are able to see our data is sorted in a ascending. So if you want to use in a descending, just I want to use here instead of descending here. So for ascending you need not to mention here. So just I am giving a descending here. So our highest salary become first and the lowest salary become last now. Okay, so the 1 lakh is first now and 50,000 is a last now. So that is a order by clause. In order by we have 2 options, that is only ascending or descending. Okay, so let's see. So next we have a group by clause. So group by means we are using to arrange a similar data into particular group. Means suppose we have any department, means in department we have number of employees. So just we need to find out in particular one department, suppose we have IT department. So in that IT department, how many employees are working? So just we need to find the count, or just we need to find the total salary of that particular department. So we are making a group of that particular similar value. So that is called a group by clause. But we have some restriction to using a group by clause. Means we want to use any aggregate functions. So we have a 5 aggregate function, that is a sum, min, max, average and count. So these are the aggregate function. So we have a limitation that here. So you want to use any one of the aggregate function while using a group by clause. Okay. So we will see the one example here, and before that we will see the aggregate functions in a SQL Server. Okay. So let's move to the SQL Server now. So here we will see now the aggregate function. So we have sum. Sum means we are getting the total number of that values. Okay. So means we are adding that values here. So we will give that select star from table name. We have that is a employee, but where we need to use that sum before star, means just we will use here select sum of that any one of the columns. So we are able to sum on salary, because for that you required a numeric value, means numbers you required. So just I am running the query now, and we are able to see for 7 records in that table we have, that is the sum of the salary is 5,60,000. Okay. So next we will see that the similar function we have aggregate function sum, then we have min. So we'll use here select minimum salary. So we know that we have 50,000, that is our minimum salary. Okay. So we will find that salary from employee. So it will give a 50,000. The next function we have, that is a max function. So just I will copy from here and we'll go to the next. So instead of min, just I want to use here max, and I will paste that as well here. So now the maximum salary we have, that is a 1 lakh. Okay. So now we will go to the count. So if you want to find the count of that any one of the tables, any one of the particular column, if you want to find the distinct records as well, so we will see that as well, how to find the distinct records as well. So we have one command here as well, that is a distinct. So first we will see the count. So after that select, I want to use here count. So if I will use a star, so then it will mention that it will comes from the table, means the whole records from the table. If you want to get the records from particular any one of the column, so instead of star, just you want to mention their column name. Okay. So I will show you that as well from table name. So table name we have a employee. So just now I am running the query here, and we are able to see total we have a 7 count. Okay. So now I will replace that with the star with any one of the columns. So we'll get the same count, because in a particular column as well and in whole table we have the same count, but just I want to show you that. So I want to show you that e-name. Okay. So we'll check the count of that particular e-name, that is a 7. But before that I will show you the records from the table. We have total 7 records, but in that 7 records the one employee we have, that is a same name. Okay. That is a Raj. We have it comes 2 times. So in that situation I don't want to get a duplicate name in that count. So we are already using a count of that e-name, but it's showing the duplicate values as well. If you want to get any distinct value from that particular column, so for that we want to use a distinct word here. Okay. So just I will copy the same code here, and I will use a distinct word here. Okay. Yeah. Now I will run the command, and we are able to see the 6 count, means the Raj is taken as only 1 time instead of 2 times. So that is also we are using the count with a distinct as well. And the last we have, that is a average. Suppose you want to find the average of that salary, means we have a total salary that is a 5,60,000, and total we have a 7 employees. So what is the average of that particular 1 employee we are paying the salary? So if you want to see that, then we will see select average, and average on which column? Salary. And then from table name, so table name we have a employee here. So just I will run the query now, and the average of that is a 80,000, means per employee we are paying the 80,000 salary for that particular company or any organization. Okay, so these are our aggregate functions. So now we want to see the group by clause. So already we have seen to make the group of that similar value. So if you will show the table, so if you will see the table here, so we have a department here. So in department means we have a IT, that is a 2 department. So now here we are able to see the department. In that department we have a multiple department, means 2 employees working on a IT department. Also we are able to see HR, also 2 HRs are working on a HR department, and account department also we have 2 employees, and admin we have only 1 employee. So before that, now I will show you the departments from our table. So we have a multiple departments and we have multiple employees working on the same department. So now we want to use a group by clause to get that particular how many employees working on that particular department with the help of aggregate function. So there is one limitation. So I already told you that while using a group by clause, you want to must use any one of the aggregate function, that is from sum, min, max, average or count. So before applying the group by clause, you need to know that what you want to do from grouping. Okay, so first we will see, suppose I want to find a count of that employee working on which department, means how many employees working on each department. Okay, so for that we will use select, and now there is also one restriction here while applying the group by clause. So we need to mention only that column in a group by clause, so that column we will use in a select list. So here is another restriction as well while doing a group by clause. So we need to mention that only column in a select list that are the part of our group by clause. Means suppose now we are applying the group by clause on a department, because we need to find out the employees working on each department, right? So we are applying the group by clause on department. So just in our select list I am taking only the department. If I will use EID, so it will not work, because this is our not part of group by clause. So you will see here now. So then just we'll give a comma here, and after that I want to use a count here. So you can mention the count star or count of that any one of the department or any. Okay, so just I will use a count star here, and then from table name, so table name we have a employee, and then we are using a group by here. Okay, and group by department. So now we are able to see the particular count on a department. So we are able to see now the account, we have 2 numbers. So but here we are getting one new column. So already we have seen as well that if you will use any one of the aggregate functions, so you will get one new column that are not existing in our table. Okay, so if you want to give a name for that column as well, so you will give from here as well. So we'll give a count as well here. So count is equal to count star. So the count is our duplicate column name. Okay, so that will be not permanent, so because that is not available in our table. Okay, so now we are getting here count. So we have department and count. So in account we have 2 count, in admin we have 1, and HR 2 and IT 2. So now again I want to use, means I want to check that the total salary in each department. Suppose in account we have 2 employees. So now I want to see for account department how much salary I am paying for that. Okay, so for that 2 employees, so I want to get the sum of that 2 employees or whatever the employees in that department. So for that we want to use another function, that is a sum. Instead of count we want to use a sum here. Okay, so just we will check with another example. So we have a department here, and then we'll use a, instead of count we will use here sum. So the sum of our salary. So instead of star I want to use here a salary here. Okay, sum of salary from employee, and then group by department. So now we will see here when we'll run that, again we are getting the count of that exactly, means in account we have a total two employees, and for that two employees we are paying 1,30,000. Okay, so in admin we have only one, so we are paying only 90,000 for that. Again, you want to use a column name here instead of no column name, so we'll give here as a total salary is equal to sum of salary. So then we are able to see the column name, duplicate column name here as well. So that is a group by clause. Okay, so now we will go to the, so now we will see the having and top end clause. So having means it is similar to the where clause. So in having also we are applying the filter, and in where also we are applying the filter, but the difference that in where and having we will see in a detail as well. But the main difference here, where clause we are applying without a group by clause, but already if we are using a group by clause, then if you want to filter that records after grouping, then we are using a having clause. Okay, so that is the main difference here. And if you are able to see here, that is the example as well. So we will see in a SQL Server as well. And top end clause means, suppose we have a near number of records in that table, and you want to use, or you want to get only that particular records. Suppose you want to get only that top 10 records, top 100 records, like we have option in the SQL Server as well. So that is, so we will see in a detail. So we'll go to the SQL Server now. So now we will see the having clause here. Okay, so already we have seen the group by clause. Now we are able to see the results looks like. Okay, so now I want to filter that. I want to get only the salary, total salary is greater than 1 lakh. So I want to see only that department. So I am paying a salary more than 1 lakh. So for that we need to apply the having clause here. So till here we are same. So I will run the query again, and now we will apply the having clause. Okay, so for having clause also we are one condition here. So I will show you that. After that, just I want to use here having and the sum of salary. So I will try to use the total salary, then it not working because this is a name, it's not available in our table, or this is a duplicate name. We have a alias name, so it will not take. So for that we want to use the sum of salary. So I will show you that as well. So having sum of salary is greater than 1 lakh. Okay, so now we'll run the query, and we are getting only 3 results because previously we are able to see the admin department we have a 90,000 salary, so we are not able to see that. Okay, so now instead of sum of salary we will check with the total salary, so this will not work. So now here it's, we are able to see the red line, so means we are getting error. So it is showing that invalid column name, so we are not able to see, or we are not able to apply the filter after grouping that. Just you need to remember that if you want to filter the record after grouping, so we will use a having clause, and before the grouping then we will use a where clause. Okay, so now we will see the top end clause. The top end clause is very simple. We want to use that. Select top. Suppose I want to use only top 5 records, and then I want to mention star here as well. Star means we have all the columns from table name. So table name we have a employee here. Okay, so just you want to replace number here. Okay, if you want to see the result in ascending or descending, after that you want to use order by clause. If you want to again filter out that, then you can use a group by clause there. Okay, so now we will see the difference between where and having. So already we have seen that. So where filter we are applying to restrict or filter the record before grouping, but having we are using after grouping. So that is the main difference. Also, if you want to use the where clause, then you need not to use any one of the aggregate function, but in having you want to use any one of the aggregate function. We can use a where without a group by clause, and we cannot use a having without a group by clause. And if you want to filter any individual records with the help of where, it is possible, but with the help of having it's not possible to filter any individual records. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching this video. In next video we will see constraints in a SQL Server. So please subscribe and press the bell icon to get a notification. See you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.